Okay, it's gonna be a lot of talking. Not that anyone noticed, but I didn't post any videos for 2 weeks because I was preoccupied with something amazing. And that's right, I'm talking about Attack on Titan. It's just such a great show that I want everyone on this earth to watch the show. That's how much I think it's great because it's just so good. So yeah, I'm here to advocate for the show. I feel like I don't really need to because like this show is already so popular, but I just want to talk about it because I was so preoccupied with the show for 2 weeks. I tell you, I was like in a deep dive into the Attack on Titan world. So yeah, I thought I would talk about it and give some of my reasons why I think Attack on Titan is the best show on earth. To give a little background on like my knowledge of Japan, I know PewDiePie lives there. And the Japanese babies are hella cute for some reason. But they're also my nemesis. That's right. I'm obviously joking. I said this in front of my like brother and my sister-in-law, and they're like, "How could you say that? You still think like that?" I'm like, "No, of course not. I'm just fucking around, you know." I guess some people take it seriously because there are some people, like some Koreans, who are like anti-Japan. So yeah, but I'm not. I don't really care. So yeah, that's as far as my knowledge of Japan goes. And for anime wise, like my brother would watch One Piece, Naruto, and Pikachu's Japanese, right? Yeah, I would watch them while my brother was watching them, but I was never really into it, so I would like watch one episode here and there. And then into my teens, I was generally not really into TV shows or any movies to begin with, so zero anime experience. But in the past like 2 years or so, Nigel has been showing me anime, so I've watched Hunter x Hunter. And Hunter x Hunter was my favorite anime until Attack on Titan showed up, so now it's like number 2 in my list. But Hunter x Hunter, Demon Slayer, One Punch Man, so hilarious. I love that show too. And then we watched a little bit of Promised Neverland, but never finished it. And then we watched, we're currently watching Himurai Kenshin. So yeah, that's like as far as my anime knowledge goes. Like I didn't have anything against anime, I just didn't like bother to look into it because I was never interested in it. I honestly don't know why Nigel didn't show me Attack on Titan sooner, because like I was introduced to it last month. So March 2023 I was introduced to it and I was hooked. But I knew Nigel was watching Attack on Titan before, way before, because like he would watch it on his phone by himself, and I would like ask him, like, "Oh, what are you doing?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm watching Attack on Titan." I'm like, "All right, you do you, man." I wasn't interested in this. I didn't like bother to like, "Oh, let's watch together," you know. So I knew about Attack on Titan, and also it was like kind of, I think it was getting some media attention as well, because I would hear about it from like Instagram and stuff, like it would show up on my discovery feed, but I just like would swipe up and whatever. But I heard about the anime, like I heard the name Attack on Titan before. When Nigel showed it to me, oh my god, we were supposed to watch it together as kind of like a couple thing to do. We were gonna watch it on Discord since we're doing long distance. Because I was introduced to this show so later on, when all the episodes were out. I think we're only waiting for like the last half of season 4. Is it season 4? I think so. Everything was out, so I had the opportunity. I saw it and I took it. Okay, we were supposed to watch it together, but I went behind Nigel's back and watched the whole thing by myself. I binge watched it because it was just that good. And like I had zero expectations with anime, because like I thought it was like, oh, it's just a cartoon, you know, who cares? But like, no, this is different. This is so good. It's like a masterpiece. I tell you, you have to watch it. Anyways, so after I binge watched it the first time, I rewatched it again twice. So I rewatched the show 3 times in the span of a month, like couple weeks. I know, I went a little crazy. And then I went on like YouTube and watched like different clips, and went on Google and Reddit threads and trying to like get to learn more about the anime, because it was just that good. Okay, anyways, let me get into 10 reasons why you should watch Attack on Titan. One of the reasons why you should watch Attack on Titan and why Attack on Titan is the best show on earth is because they have great characters. I personally thought the characters are so amazing. They were so lovable and like relatable. They're not like outrageous characters. Like they had like just normal characteristics that like you could see in your daily life, and they were just so lovable. I love them so much, you know? And there were no annoying characters except for GABI. Honestly, like I absolutely hated it when the show started to introduce new characters, like especially characters from Marley. Like when there was an episode about Marley and it had different characters coming in, I was like, oh my god, what is going on? And then the first thing I did was to go on Google and search up, does GABI get killed off in Attack on Titan? And what's even more hilarious is that people have actually asked those questions before, and there was like Reddit there being like, unfortunately no. And you know what, I get that. Like I can't hate her too much because like I could see her see that she has characteristics of Eren. In that sense, like I get it, like she's there, you know, in a different country or whatever, but just didn't like her. Overall, the original cast members were so great. I love them so much. They're so good. I don't know. And then the second reason is I think it has such a great, fresh storyline. I mean, maybe there is already an anime out there from the previous years, like where it's very similar to Attack on Titan's theme, but I thought it was very refreshing and I had never seen it before. So I was like, oh my god, this is genius. This is like the best story ever. And just like my personal taste is that I love shows and movies where it makes you think and you have to like kind of pause and like kind of reassess on what happened. And sometimes you have to like go on deep dive into like why they did certain things or like try to understand it, because you can't comprehend it. It's not like in there in your face. You kind of have to like kind of think back, sit back and just like think about it. And one of my favorite movie is Shutter Island. It's like, I don't know, like I love shows and movies that makes you like when you rewatch it the second time, you see it from a different perspective, and it's just like it feels like you're watching two different TV shows, you know? And I think Attack on Titan does a really great job, which is why I watched it 3 times in a row, because we're just that good, okay? And then third point, again, this is like my personal taste, but I'm very cynical when it comes to love. As someone who is in a relationship, I just like, in terms of like seeing romanticizing love in media, I just think it's unnecessary. Like I get it, like people get into relationship if they want to. Why do you want to romanticize being in love and being in a relationship and pursuing love? I feel like that's like the most useless thing to focus on in media. So I absolutely despise it when I see it in TV shows or animes or movies, especially if the theme isn't about romance. Like I'm watching something about thriller, or it's like a thriller or action theme, but somehow there's some romance in it. I'm like, what the fuck? What are you doing? Get that shit out of here. You know, it's just my personal taste. I just hate seeing those. And Attack on Titan does like have an underlying theme of love, but it's not really in the face. Like, you know, there's no one episode dedicated to two characters' love for one another, or like there is no focus on like, oh, I'm so in love with this boy, like how do I get his attention, or like why is like that boy talking to the other girl, I'm so jealous. You know, there's none of that. You know, it's really focused on the theme and the goal of what they're trying to achieve within the storyline, so it keeps you focused. And it's like, and even if there's like some affection for one another, it's very like light and very quick and brief, so it's not like something that will like take you to a different route, you know what I mean, in a storyline. So I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. Like Attack on Titan, I fucking love it. It's so good. Just because of that. Anyways, back to my points on why Attack on Titan is the greatest show on earth. Fourth point is that it has great animation. I absolutely love the action scenes in the anime. Like every time there was an action scene, I was so invested into that moment. And one of the phrases that I said a lot while watching was like, damn, it's so fucking good. Every time I would watch it, like I get chills. I was like, oh shit, this is so fucking good. I wanted to punch a wall or something, because it was just, oh, it takes you into that moment and you're just so invested and you're like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. It was just so great. I can't explain it to you. You have to watch it to like find out yourself, but it was so amazing. I loved it. The fifth point would be the voice acting. I did not realize like while I was like watching previous animes, like I didn't really take that into consideration, like the voice actors themselves, because like I don't know, it never crossed my mind until I watched Attack on Titan, and I was like, damn, these voice actors are such a great fit for the characters that like I had to see them in real life. Like I had to see them like talking in real life as like the anime characters. I like went on YouTube, and there was actually like some events they did where like the voice actors would come out and they would like read lines while the anime was playing in the background, and I was like, damn, that's so fucking good. Aaron's voice actor, like he has a lot of screaming in the anime, and I was wondering how he would do it, and he just like screams his head off. I was like, damn, this guy, that's true talent right there. I think every one of the voice actors for Attack on Titan was so amazing. They were so spot on with the characters, and just like it was just so great. I love them. I loved every one of them. I don't know about the Western voice actors, like I don't watch it because I feel like they're not as good as Japanese voice actors. It just kind of breaks the character for me, so I always watch it in subbed. So I never watched the dubbed ones, but I watched little bits of clips on YouTube while I was searching about Attack on Titan, and it's just like, nah, I don't like it. But the Japanese voice actors, God, they're so talented. I fucking love them. And then the sixth point would be the humor. It's like an awkward humor within the show, and I absolutely love it. It's like my kind of humor. It's like kind of stupid humor, you know? And then the humor comes in at a point where it's like super unexpected. Like they're talking about something serious, and then like out of nowhere, it's like boom, a humor line. I'm like, what the fuck? You're just like laughing, being like, this is so stupid. Why the fuck are they doing this? And it's just so funny. And then the seventh point would be the Attack on Titan original soundtrack. Oh my god, after I watched the series, I went on Spotify and would listen to Attack on Titan original soundtrack playlist nonstop for 3 days, because it's just so good. I don't know if it's because of the anime. No, it's not because of the anime. I think the music itself is so good. Even if I wasn't into the anime, if I heard the song, I would have thought, damn, this is like good tunes, you know? The music is such a perfect fit for each scene, and the anime itself, like animation, the perfect animation with the action scenes and the music included, just you're submerged into that moment and you're just mind blown. I absolutely love it. Like animation, music together, perfection, and then the voice acting, perfection. What more do I have to say? You know, it's just that good, okay? It's just so good. I love that show so much. Eighth point is like, again, this is like my personal taste, but I find like shows where you grow with the individual is like, there's more connection, you know what I mean? So like, with Attack on Titan, you see them as like children, and then you see them grow up as into an adult, and you see them grow physically but also like mentally as well, and you're just like at the end of the episode you're just like, oh my god, what happened to them? I'm so sad, you know, the fact that they just grow up, and then you're just like, is this what it feels like to have a child? If I were to compare it with like Hunter x Hunter, like Hunter x Hunter also has like the growth factor as well in terms of like strength and whatever, but in terms of like physical growth, there's none. The kids start off as small and they end up as small. I forgot the names of the characters, but they're small and they end up small, you know, they don't grow taller or anything. So there's not that much like connection when the series ended. But with the Attack on Titan, because I've seen them from small and then they grow up, it hits differently, okay? And it's like, oh my god, I love it so much, and you're just more invested into the characters, and I think it did a really great job with that. I'm probably gonna edit this into like a 10-minute video, but I've been talking for like an hour and my throat hurts because I'm just that passionate about this show. Anyways, the ninth point is that I think Japanese anime in general have like a really good theme and life lessons linked with it. I mean, I shouldn't generalize. Maybe there's like the ones I've watched so far have like theme of like growth, self-development, teamwork, honesty, and like, you know, sacrifice and friendships and whatever. So yeah, and those are like really great messages to send across to the viewers, and I Like most of the ones that I've seen so far are like that, and I really appreciate that. You know, it's very wholesome and just like, you know, you're just left feeling good. And I feel like the animes like kind of puts you in the right direction in life, you know. Anime characters, I feel like they could be a role model for the little kids because they just hold such good values as characters, and it just like has a good message behind it. I love it, and I think Attack on Titan is one of those shows that does that, so I really appreciate it, and so you should watch it, okay? 10th and the last point would be, I actually don't have one. I'm just saying it is the best show on earth, okay? You take my word for it. I swear to God, it's just so good. It's so good to a point that I actually was thinking about getting a tattoo. I was thinking about getting a tattoo of the show because I just love this so much. I wanted it to be part of me, you know? But because I don't have any tattoos, like it just seems weird. Maybe if in the future, if I do go like tattoo crazy, maybe I will get one. But like right now, like I don't even know if I do want to get a tattoo in the future. So yeah, but I was I was so invested into this show and I loved it so much that I wanted to get a tattoo. So I like went on Google and searched up like tattoo ideas for Attack on Titan, and they're it's like a little bit cringe. And I can't believe I came to this point. I never in my life would have thought that I would be obsessed over an anime because they're like fictional characters and they're not even real humans. So it's like very odd for me to like be in this headspace, but I just love it so much. No disrespect to any people who actually has a Attack on Titan tattoo, but like the ones I've seen are like kind of corny in a way, because it's just like one of the most common ones were like the Scout Regiment logo. And I just thought it was a little weird. I mean, if you have many tattoos, maybe like having a small one, like addition to it wouldn't look so bad. But like the ones I've seen were like really just big right on your shoulder. I'm like, I don't know how I feel about that. I would, if I were to get one, I think I want a discreet one. But yeah, I love it so much. I love it to that point. You see why I say it's the best show on earth? I'm not kidding you. It is the best show on earth, okay? If I go to Japan and they have like Attack on Titan like event, I would 100% go. I wish they had one here because I would definitely go. It's just so good. I love that show. That was a lot of talking. Anyways, I hope I have convinced you, or if you already watched it and you wanted some reassurance on why Attack on Titan is a good show, you came to the right place because I fucking love that show. So good, it's just so fucking good. Yeah. It's just so fucking good. You have to watch it. It's just, I'm so tired. I'm so tired from like obsessing over it. I need to relax. But yeah, I hope you check it out. It's such a great show. And I love it so much. I was on YouTube watching Attack on Titan theories and stuff, and someone commented that like it's sad that you'll never have that feeling of when you were first watching the show, and it's so true. Oh, I would like I think the one of the benefit of like having a brain damage where you like lose your memory is you get to watch Attack on Titan again. That's right. I think that's the only thing to look forward to if I ever do get like a brain damage. Knock on wood that I don't, but like, yeah, like the fact that I can rewatch it and like not know what's gonna happen. Oh my God, I would love that. But yeah, that's just me. I love that show. Hope you watch it. And yeah, that's it. Bye-bye.